the light, the true light. This is going to be just a quick, swift explanation on another word that has been completely misinterpreted. I have made this claim in a lot of my previous studies, more specifically the morning stars, as well as my Lucifer concepts and topics. Okay, these are not accepted lightly. And we're going to review. This is also just like my Wes Huff videos on my Men of Renown, which is in relation to the very morning star and the self-existing eternal name, which is also not received well. And this is a short examination on the term light, reinforcing a lot of my concepts, spiderwebbing them across your windshield. They should be anyway at this point. So this connects a lot of things. And this is just going to be a quick explanation and review. So let's go ahead and get into it by beginning with John 7:16. And Jesus answered them and said, "My doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. Everything I talk about, I'm completely unspotted from the world. You want to understand what this word is saying? You must remove yourself from the words or the worlds. And you must burn away the elements of the world. You must hova all Babylon." Okay, and let's get into this light. Let's begin here. Let's go ahead and go forward. Let's begin with Jeremiah 3:9. And it came to pass through the lightness. There's that word, lightness. You guys want to tell me what it means? No, it's so incorrect. Of her whoredom, that she defiled the land and committed adultery with the stones and with the stocks. So even though your English interpretation does indeed say lightness, I'm not here to debate or argue with you on that one. Yes, you're right. It does say light. It does say light. But is that what it means? So here we have Jeremiah 3:9. And through the lightness, which is Strong's Hebrew, what is that? 6963. Let's go ahead and review this so we can get its meaning. All words are just simple, they're condensed ideas is all a word is. You're not going to get anything in the word alone unless you understand what it means, because it's relaying an idea. It doesn't say just light. It actually means something. And hey, what do you know? It's in reference to a voice, noise, sent out, proclamation of thunder, of fame, thunderings, and sound. And here you can find its multiple usages. It's used in many references, as here in Genesis 3:8 as a voice, a voice. It's reference to loudness. Let's see here. To cry out in joy or sorrow. I cover this in my Cast a Stone. To cast a stone, when Satan's baiting Christ and Christ says, oh, the stones would immediately cry out. That's casting a stone. You guys are throwing rocks. Another misinterpretation you have completely twisted. And here, I'm just beginning with this one right here. The lightness. It has everything to do with loudness, being loud. A proclamation. So it has nothing to do with light. Yet there's the word right there, right? Light. I'm not debating with you on that one. I'm debating the idea. So let us continue here with another verse on this whole light concept. Here we have Zephaniah 3:4. Her prophets are light. There's that word again. And treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary, and they have done violence to the law. Let's get into this light once again. There's that word. So now we're looking at Zephaniah 3:4. And her prophets are light. Let's click on Hebrews 63:48. And let's see how the idea is defined behind this term. And it means light, but to be wanton, to be reckless, and be frothy. means to bubble up as boiling waters. Once again, if you know anything about my waters concept, what do you think is being referenced here? Namely, to be unimportant. Light. What a strange word. Do you think this is done deliberately, or do you think it is done because we will know you by your fruits? Reckless, to be haughty, boastful. Reckless, which is what you guys love to do. No, Toby, it says light. Reckless. Lavish, continuing. Let us continue with the next verse. Like I said, I do grow a bit exhausted of doing this. Like I said, this is only for the daughters that are truly fair. Once again, the men of renown, another word of the name you've completely forgotten. Judges 9:4. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baal-berith. This is for your Judases. What is Judas doing in Judges here? And in Baal-berith, here is my video. Hillel, Isaiah 14:12, crescent moon, the fertile crescent, which is mainly a think tank. But here at the timestamp 7:16, I go over this concept of what a Baal-berith is. And yes, you have done that. So I highly recommend viewing Hillel at my Hillel video at the 7-minute mark and 16 seconds or whatever I just said. And bear with Abimelech hired vain light and persons which followed him. Here we have vain light and persons. And vain is profaning and cursing his name, bringing it absolutely nothing. And because it has everything to do with this right here, which is no cartoon. It's nothing going on like that. But this is the king Malek or something like that. We'll take a look at it here in a minute, I guess. But we're mainly concentrating on this light. Here once again, we have light of the persons. So let's go to Judges 9:4 in the Strong's Concordance and see how this idea in the term light is being defined. There's Baal-berith, like I said, very interesting concept. This is your Baal-zebub that Yahshua HaMashiach is constantly rebuking. It's the exact same thing. It's the Lord of the house. Everything I've been saying in my doctrine, which in my beginning verse, John 7:16, it's not mine. I've simply submitted to it. This is your Baal-zebub. If you want to know the real deal Holyfield, there's Abimelech. We'll go ahead and get into that in a minute. But here's the light. Once again, your light. For Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. Now understand, it's not because of wicked men giving you false interpretations. You defined it. We will know you by your fruit. Was this done intentionally? Why would they put light there? Because you defined it. You defined it. This is what's so amazing about the scriptures. It doesn't tell you what to think. It tells you how to think. Let's go into the light and find out that there is none here. This is part of judgment. You're going to be asked, did I really say that? And you better be prepared to act as if Moses on the mountain itself, rebuking the Lord, saying, what about your son? God, why smash your children? Why do that? Are you prepared to answer him in that? Are you prepared to answer him? Because if not, you're going to tell him it's light and you're not going to find any there. You're not going to find any there. Once again, we have to bubble up as boiling waters. The waters that are separated. I am from above, you are from beneath. It gets hot there when I'm casting these coals and you can't walk on it. You can't handle the meat at the table. You're drowning in the milk I give you. Namely, figuratively, to be unimportant. Once again, why is it light? To be haughty, to be boastful, reckless. And that's exactly what you tell me in your interpretations. And I'm just like, no, that's not what it says on many of my concepts. Many of my concepts, the waters, everything. Like I said, once you examine my doctrine, it literally shatters across your windshield like a spider web. I can't. It connects everywhere. There's moments it drives me insane. So here, we just discovered all that false light, how Satan transforms himself into an angel of light. Let's go to John chapter 1, and I don't want to get into it too much. This is so beautiful, though. But let's just get into the details. Oh my goodness. Notice here how light here is capitalized. Just like in my Lord Tyree video, the rock in specific locations is capitalized. You need to pay attention to this. It's vital. It's absolutely vital. So let's go into John 1:9 right quick, and let's find out what this capital light is all about. Let's continue here where we at. John 1:9. And the light is the true light, which he give. It's phosphorus, and it's Greek 54:57. Let's go ahead and click on this and see where it goes. And it's shine to make manifest, especially of rays. Now, rays is, once again, your men of renown. These are, you know what I mean? The Elohim. The Elohim. This is why it's plural here. We all have the name up on there. All right? And it's a light emitted by lamps, a heavenly light surrounded by angels. These are the eyes. I have a wonderful video about eyes coming up. You think these are strange creatures made out of eyeballs? No, we are the eyes. The angels, when they appeared on the earth, like I said, we went up into the giants, to the daughters that were fair. For the bride of Yahshua HaMashiach, let my people go. A star, etc., etc. When Yahshua HaMashiach was born among us, we all came to worship the star. Because it's a light, emitting sheds of light, etc., etc., etc. We could go on and go on, but I wanted to make this one quick because I got a lot more things to do. Let's see, am I forgetting anything? Oh, sure. And by the way, John, his name means the giving of the self-existing eternal name, the Yahweh. And that's exactly what's going on up in here. Jesus himself gives you the morning star. So let's get into this right quick. 2 Peter 1:19. I have covered this on many of my topics. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well, that ye take heed unto a light that shineth into a dark place. We don't need to get into this light. Once again, it's not the false one. We already, that shineth in the dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. A good reference on this one would be Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. Deuteronomy 6, 4 through 9. Go look at that. Go look at that. But right now, we're going to take a look at this day star, because folks think I'm tripping. Homie, I could biblically back everything I'm claiming while you echo chamber in silence. And all you got is your name calling with me. It's rather pathetic. It's rather pathetic. We covered John 1:9. So let's go into 2 Peter 1:19. And let's get into this day star, because we just revealed what the light is. And you could do your own extension. Like I said, I covered this on multiple topics. This one's just another quick, swift rebuking the biscuits for you right quick. And this is Greek 54:59. Just reinforcing a lot of my claims, how lost y'all are. How lost y'all are. Here we got the phosphorus. And it means day star, light bringing, giving light. The planet Venus, the morning star. Yahshua HaMashiach, the Christ. Metaphorically, of course. And what do you know? In Latin, it's Lucifer. So, your Isaiah 14:12 is a profaned bragging boaster and a complete mistranslation by Jerome himself, as are many other concepts. The whole men of renown and your Genesis 6 conspiracy. There's no such thing. There's no fallen angels. They all serve him to his purpose and to his glory, to his manifestation of his son. It's the whole point. It's the whole point. So that's the true light. Everything else y'all be talking about is just a lost interpretation of a mistranslation, of a comprehension of a devil. And y'all his angels. Please don't ever delete your comments. They are wonderful displays of embarrassment. Because I could back it. And y'all could just back up. And, you know, you need to come out that darkness and come to the light. So, I don't want to ramble on about this anymore. But once again, my Hillel video at 7 minutes, 16 seconds. I go over Beelzebub so you could understand demonic possession. In all my videos, the Tammuz, the Leviathan, how it's all done, how it's all achieved. There's nothing to blame in the garden. You've done this through your own participation. You really have. Believe it or Ripley's. You in the flood. You in the deluge. It's going on right now. Everything I just told you, you need not to comprehend any kind of cartoons. Yo, everything I just told you, each and every single one of us is subject to, whether knowingly or not. And you have either willingly fallen to the rock or you're going to get crushed by it. It is what it is. I've been told to judge no man. We will know you by your fruits. You identify yourself. How am I supposed to judge you? I shall have no pity on you either. Let the dead bury their dead. You told me this crazy shit. I can save no one. That's the most frustrating thing of all of this. Oh, Toby, you think you're so smart? You think you know all this? Man, I can't do nothing. I can't save no one. It's actually rather sad listening to the bodies drag on the damn outside of the ark. If you want to go boat-wise, I don't believe in the boat either. Sometimes I use cartoons to knock on foreheads. You know what I mean? So that's the light. Come to it. Oh my goodness. Your translations are so in the dark. The men of renown, everything I've been claiming. Wow, bro. Just wow. I'm going to quit hooping and hollering and rambling and let y'all get on to your studies. Reprove everything. That's what it's there for. Every time I come across little scriptures like this, like I ain't scared of it at all. Like I got a little list right here, a little list of things right here. It should be damning to a lot of things I've been claiming, but not as soon as I look into it. Ain't nothing to be afraid of. Ain't nothing to be afraid of. And this is on any topic, whether we talking evolution, whether we talking CRISPR-Cas9 mRNAs, I mean, status and capacity and participation of citizenry and, oh man, just, it's strange. Oh, what a strange world y'all live in. I don't know how to explain this. Stupid is as stupid does. Force is a genius. And mama got it all figured out. Damn.